Awesome. Big Momo, how long should one spend trading on the platform weekly? That's a great question. Okay, Big Momo, let's transition into strategies because we were talking about strategies today. I'm just going to outline where I stopped in chat so that I can continue later. Let's pull up the Trade platform. Let's pull up a currency like the pound euro, or euro pound, excuse me. Now, there is a trade strategy that I taught you guys before, but it is mostly used on the MetaTrader platform because the MetaTrader platform allows you to create pending orders. Pending orders are fantastic because they allow us the opportunity to create orders in advance, okay? Like the 7 a.m. order that we have. So on the hourly time frame, you open up any of the G7 currencies, right? G7 are reserve currencies, so that's the euro, the pound, the franc, the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar, and the Kiwi. Okay, so 7 currencies. And we open any one of them. They can be across together, that's fine. We need something, it would be best something that trends because a sideways pattern would be very bad for us. Because in this trade strategy, we open at 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. candle would be right here. We open at that 7 a.m. candle in the direction, or sorry, we put pending orders up and down. So here we have a sell stop, and here we have a buy stop. Okay, does that make sense? What this means is that if the trade goes past that level, we are in a buy position. If the trade goes past this level, we are in a sell position. And the take profits from here are 50 points up. So take profits in this case are 50 points up. So that would be 96. Perfect. Now, do you guys see that? Do you know how to calculate points? Basically, points are calculated on the 4th digit. So these are pips right here. This is a pip. This is a pipette. Okay? So this is the whole number that we're calculating, and the last 2 are points. This digit doesn't really count because, I mean, it does. We're using the 5-point system, but that is like a micro pip. So micro pip, pipette, point. That's a point. That's considered a point on the Forex market. If anybody tells you different, they're dumb. Don't listen to them, okay? This is a point. So 50 points away, this is our price here. And same thing, 50 points away here. You can just double click this bad boy and we click up on the point there. And remember, we're going to the downside here. So we got 49 and this will be 48. Excuse me, that was this digit. Perfect. All right, you can see that we have both of our take profits here and here. Now, once you set those, you need to monitor periodically where price is going to go. Now, the reason I say that, so we have the high of the day. Right at 7 a.m., you wake up at 7 a.m., you put in the high of the day, and then you put in the low of the day. And you leave those trades open. Now, I believe this strategy is called wave trading. Wave trading. So Big Momo's question was, how long should one spend trading on the platform weekly? I would say if you have a day job, you should spend no more than an hour trading. But you should spend 4 hours learning how to trade. That's when you're starting out. Now, this kind of trade strategy allows you to catch any kind of market move and allows you to stay away from the platform. Now the easy part comes in when we are in a trade actually. Now here to here is actually quite a long time. You know, this is 40 points. So honestly, we have a risk to reward ratio of 1.8 to 2. It's not, you know, ideal, but it is positive in our terms. Now, if we do it for the long term, especially on a trending currency like the Australian dollar, then we have more of an opportunity to make that money. Again, if we were to trade here, so at 7 a.m., right here, we would have the high of the day and the low of the day, so basically like so and like so. Obviously, this would have indicated a buy situation for us. So we would have been in a buy situation with a huge stop loss. You could have probably put the stop loss here and then put the take profit 50 points away. Like so. And if we look in the overall thing, this is very probable. Like where we are, this is a bullish engulfing candle. What we see today is that bulls have taken over. Again, sometimes the markets are counterintuitive. They're counter-logical. And that's fine. It's not our job as traders to say, no, this is the way it should be. We don't care. I don't care which way the price goes. I care what I see on the screen. If I see a pattern that is tradable, I take it. I take the pattern and I don't give up a position either way. Again, the next day we could have a continuation pattern. Now, the one thing with this trade strategy is that we close our positions at the end of the day. So we have a take profit. Come the end of the day, come 22, 23 p.m. or whenever you want to go to sleep, you close out the position. So like I said, this is a trade strategy for people that are really busy throughout the day and that want to trade without having to look at the market quite as much. So let's take, for example, if we're in a trade already, where do we put the stop loss? Well, we go ahead, slap on the stop loss. Let's put it down a few points so that I can drag it. We're dragging it down, and a good stop loss would be below this level here because the low of the day is just humongous, right? That's minus, you know, depending on your size, that's minus 50, minus 500, minus $5,000, depending on your account size. That's quite a bit. Now, technically, by this strategy, the stop loss should be here. But I sometimes break my own rules, especially when it has to deal with stop losses. Because this is a trending strategy and because we have a bullish engulfing candle, I really recommend dragging the stop loss up to this area here. But there are very firm trading rules, and if you backtest this strategy, which I have done for you for a little bit, you can see here this is what the regular, so this is on euro dollar a few months ago. A few weeks ago. Basically, we enter here and here. This is 7 a.m. at the start of the day on the hourly candle. Basically, we put our buy stop there, sell stop there. We enter in the stop position. We have the take profit there. Obviously, we take the 50 points profit. We stop trading for the day. So as soon as this initial move pops us out of the trade, we're done trading. Same thing here. We open a buy stop there, sell stop there. The buy stop gets activated right away. We are in a buy position. We take our 50 points profit there. Same thing here. Buy stop there, sell stop here. Buy position gets opened. We close the sell stop position. We close it. We don't want to be in two positions at the same time. I am firmly against opening a lock. Basically, a lock is when you're in two positions in opposite directions. In my experience, that always ends poorly for any retail trader. And basically, 50 points profit here. Here, the position didn't reach our take profit of 50 points, and we do take a 20-point loss. But because the volatility was very small at the start of the day, the whole point of this strategy is that during the Australian and Chinese and Japanese trade times, the volatility is low. Like very rarely do we get huge volatile moves like this. As you can see on the graph, there was only two times that there was huge volatility in that Japanese Australian trading time, and that's where we want to get in. We want to get in and put positions in their time because usually they understand what direction a currency will go for the rest of the day. And that's why as soon as the European Union clicks in around 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m., then we have a one-sided direction, at least enough to give us our 50-point profit. And then here again, buy stop, sell stop gets activated, take our easy profit, we're done for the day, done trading. Same thing here, buy stop, sell stop. Again, we had a little bit of a hump and then a continuation of the downtrend. We do lose a little bit of time. Here, the selling continued, and we just start another day as price goes on. So the summary for this trading period for about a week and a half, we do have 6 trades, 4 wins, 2 losses, with a total of 155 pip point profit, which is really good for a week of trading. So that's basically this strategy that I wanted to show you guys. Now, how do we calculate the average true range? Well, lucky for you, there's an indicator that does that. But before we get to it, I want to have a look at chat and answer any of your guys' questions, see how you guys are doing. Now, Ali ZTI, now did you get my message about metatrader.olymptrade.com? That's where you can get your MetaTrader. Okay, I'll put it in chat. Why not? metatrader.olymptrade.com. Now, let me check that this link works still for you guys, and then I will place it in chat for you. Be in the know, perfect. Okay, it works for me. There you go, champions. I am new. Please support. Adil Malik, welcome to our webinar. You can go ahead. You can go ahead and write your question in chat. You know, just writing that you're new, please help, reminds me of a beggar. You know, please, please, give me, please. Take advantage of the fact that you have an opportunity to ask serious questions and not beg. That way you will get a straight answer to a straight question. A lot of people make use of that, a lot of people don't. So take note of how I answer questions that are very specifically placed, and then that way you can also use this opportunity to ask your questions. Glory to go Echo Bank and open with them. How to use MetaTrader for Olymp. So Rohith KP, I wrote a link up above in chat of the MetaTrader intro video. We just recorded it yesterday. It's got everything you need to know how to use the MetaTrader platform. So please go ahead and use that. All right, use that link. Everybody else, hello to Kelly Bobby. Hello, Aliduya Emmanuel. All right, I don't still understand much about the Olymp trade. That's fine. Keep coming to these webinars and you will understand more. And not just about Olymp trade, but about trading in general and the economic landscape and how to read graphs and how to become a more disciplined and consistently profitable trader. All of that is on the dinner menu today, or on the brunch menu. We're having brunch. It's a beautiful sunny day. I wish you guys just a fantastic time. Anik Singh, hey, Ethereum gaining. Do you think we should trade in Ethereum? Last day Ethereum Classic have a good profit, but today I am running down. In what way? Neither do I, Manuel, but soon we will. Wow, even economic news is not that reliable nowadays. Yeah, like I said, the most reliable news that we have is inflation data sets, is GDP numbers, and is interest rate decisions. More importantly, the guidance that central bankers give. So whenever they talk about what their future plan is, markets have become so advanced now, so quick to change, that traders, now this is still done by traders, algorithms can decipher words, and they do, but a lot of the traders, especially asset managers that have, you know, billions of dollars under management, they pay close attention to the words that central bankers give, that press conferences give, because that'll give them an understanding of what to price in the future. Everybody is looking forward to the future. Nobody's really looking to see what happened already with economic data. But some news do make a good splash. Okay, I lost where I was in chat. Perfect. Okay, to what I've understood, if we found a strong resistance and economic news coming on, we should not go against no matter what. Yes, if there's a strong resistance, play from that resistance. Play when price gets to that resistance, fade it. A lot more money is sent to fade strategies. So whenever we are at a strong level of resistance, it would be a good opportunity to wait till price gets there and put in a quick scalp for a fade, right? And then get out as soon as you see price going the other way. But always, always try to fade a trade. Try to fade a big long movement. Like this big movement here, trust me guys, it's not gonna last. We're not gonna have this candle stay. Do you see what kind of pattern we're in right now? We are very much in this kind of bullish pattern right here, and it's not going to last. I mean, if we could break through this and then stay up top, but everything inclines until we break through this level here. We're going to still go down sooner rather than later. So keep an eye out for the Australian dollar pair, because they will come down at least to this level where we have our stop loss. So kind of in a way, this isn't the best position to be in, but I'm definitely looking for a fade for the Australian currency. Trying to delete this trade because we're not in it right now. It's just a buy limit. So again, you can just delete your trades that you don't want on just by clicking these buttons here. The X takes off the trade, whether it's an active trade, whether it is a pending order. All these can be manipulated here from the trade window. All right, what should we look forward to by tomorrow till end of day? That's a good question. That's not really the motivation of the webinar today, though. I will give you a trade strategy using the average true range. So we are looking for the ATR. Here we go. With a 21 period. So this is one way to measure how much currency moves. Like this, during this time here, currency moved an average of 23 points. 23 points, that's a ton. Another way that you can measure the way currency moves is by clicking the middle mouse button and dragging to measure how big a candle is. All right, so this actually confirms that this candle moved 45 points. 45 points or 473 pips. All right, Glory, but you said you have already finished with your free demo account last week. Pound yen, what is your call? So much going up and down last 1 hour, please. 1+ hour. Let's have a look at that. Pound yen. JBP, JPY. Great Britain pound, Great Britain pound, Great Britain pound, yen. Here we are. Pound yen, let's have a look at that. All right, so what are we doing here? Looks like we have a slowdown, and it looks like we're getting into a triangle formation. Actually, it looks like more of a right triangle here. This area looks like where we're heading to. And we had the pound open somewhere. Let's open the pound and have a look at that. What I would also recommend using, and when you're trading a currency, I would recommend typing up an equally weighted average for that currency pair. So it looks like all right, and we're back. So to me, it looks like just from the general picture on the daily graph, it looks like the pound is definitely overextended, and we could have a reversal somewhere down to the middle. I definitely see that this is more leaning towards the bottom. We have a head and shoulders pattern. So we have a head and shoulders pattern right here forming with this lower shoulder coming down. So I do recommend that this would be more of a more of a downward movement than more up. We don't have too much legway going up, both for the pound dollar and both for the pound yen. Now let's have a look at the yen dollar and just see how they are looking like today. Yeah, oof. Yen is not exhibiting the amount of strength that we would like to have, but nonetheless it is now below this trend line, and the next leg up, just the way that we see it, would definitely be down. So I do recommend for the pound yen, there is more opportunity to the downside than there is to the upside. Remember that currencies, they oscillate. They always oscillate. They move in a wave-like fashion. The next wave, just simple wave analysis, indicates that we would be going down, more to the downside than to the upside, if we consider the holistic environment of the markets. Now, the reason the yen has been exhibiting such weakness, look, this is yen weakness. If the dollar yen grows, it's yen weakness, is because the stock market has been growing. Now, we looked at the stock market just earlier. We see that the U.S. economy, or the U.S. stock market, is just blowing through previous levels. Like, we blew through this triangle to the upside. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. On the fourth one, we jumped out. That's a huge indication that more money is being piled into the stock market. Now, if we look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we'll see that something is off. Now, the S&P 500, before, in the start of the year, the Dow Jones is where everybody put their money. Now, it looks like the Dow Jones can't even break previous highs. So that's a really interesting indication. I would like to see a little bit deeper into the S&P 500. What is causing this growth? It looks like it could be tech stocks that are driving this bullish run that we are having currently. So that is definitely something to monitor. I'll have a look at that and get back to you guys tomorrow. All right, we're going to wrap up this video. So what do you need average true range for? We had a look at ATR. What do we need ATR for? Well, where did we have that open? Okay, let's slap it open anyway, a new one. So ATR is a way for you guys to put in stop losses and take profits, and to see how far you can expect a currency to move within a day. Like here, the currency, the dollar yen, moves. Now remember, pips are calculated differently. It's the last two digits. The last 2 cents are actually 45, both cents and points. So points, pips, pipettes. So we got 45 points, 50 points. Basically, the currency has been moving 50 cents every single day for these last two. Now, you can't consider these days, the doji candles, to be specific days, but when it moves, it definitely moves more than 50 cents, around 62 cents. This candle and this candle. This had a range of more than 62, but nonetheless, the finishing result was a little bit less. Glory, but you said you've already, okay, we already read that. All right, referring to little profits. Hello, I have a question though. How do I set my simple moving average to give me a good trading strategy? Great question, Gloria Ruby. I really like that you asked that. Now, I recommend using 2 exponential moving averages. So here, indicators, moving average, very first one. So first here in the moving average method, they're simple, exponential. Smooth and linear weighted are not as good as exponential or simple. Simple, it means that it's evenly distributed. Exponential means that more towards the end of the moving average, it is more weighted towards current price action. Okay, so I recommend using exponential, and the numbers that I recommend using are 50. So write this down, 50 exponential moving average and 200, not 2000, 200. These 2 exponential moving averages have been used for over, 3 decades in trading, and they represent a trading strategy called the Golden Cross. The Golden Cross keeps away vampires, werewolves, and helps you have great trade positions that show you when a change of trend is happening. Now it takes a longer period change of trend. It's not a 14 period crossing over the 50, it is the 50 crossing over the 200. So this trade signal that you get from that trade strategy is very reliable. If you look on your graph, if you back test it on any currency and you have a golden cross where the 50 crosses over the 200 EMA, for sure the following week you have a very high probability trade that trade moves in that direction. I think 2 out of 10 trades end up with a stop loss, i.e. coming back to the line and crossing over the other way. Price crossing over the other way. So very interesting. Keep that in mind. All right. I'm reading the chat right now, seeing what you guys are saying. You guys are talking about withdrawal, depositing. I can't help you guys with any of that. Please, how can we auto trade? Okay, auto trading uses expert advisors. We have not had a lesson on that. You can either Google how to auto trade. This button basically needs you, you need to set this up in options and expert advisors. Here you allow automated trading, but again, I don't recommend, unless you know what you're doing with the platform, don't just go randomly clicking that, because the 2 expert advisors that you have are not configured. We did spend some time on the moving average robot and we had a return of about 20% over the year. There were losing trades, there were positive trades, but again, we optimized the moving trade strategy in order for it to work. It took us about half a day, and we were really excited with the results, but again, none of us put this trading robot on our trading accounts. So keep that in mind. If you guys do want to mess around with it, there are a lot of expert advisors you can download online. Again, I would not recommend it, because if every expert advisor was to make money, people would not be selling it on the platform for $200, $300. A working algorithm that really makes money on the Forex markets costs well over hundreds of thousands of dollars. So keep that in mind. It's not something that, here you guys go, 200 bucks each. That is really not a good deal or a good trade for you guys. Jason, if you got a question, go ahead and write it. I'm only human, right? I can't see everybody's question, and I'm not answering questions about, you know, technical support or about when your banking questions are. Okay, I don't deal with that. So if you have a problem, ask your question again. If I ignore it, that means it's not a question that needs to be answered by me. Straight up. Oh, okay, my bad. I was really upset with that. No questions are being answered, but you know, I love you too. So hey, again, if you really have an important question, ask it a few times and I will answer it again. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't get a chance to answer everybody's question. I do my best. I really try to do my best. Admin requests me to selfie myself with a photo. Yeah, no man. All right, Arubi, don't trade too much. I trade only 1 per day and 3 per week. Look only for 1 perfect trade and go for it. You'll be profited like I am. Ah, Tanvir, congratulations, man. I'm asking if you tried withdrawing to Echo Bank. Tanvir, oh man, Tanvir, what do you trade? Hello, it just came in. What time frame, please? Now, I recommend for beginners to trade on the daily time frame with a very, very low amount, so 001. That's the best way to trade if you're just starting out. So you can get a feel for the market, you can get a feel for what trading feels like, and you can slowly build up your account from there. I trade above 1 hour, mostly 4 hour and daily. Man, see, Tanvir learns really well. Okay, Glory, Arubi, I don't know how to open trades for that long at Tanvir. Okay, at Tanvir in there, Stanley in the house. I'm very interested. This traders, I'm updating my cell number at the bank. It says that I need to wait 3 to 7 days. Sir, can you again say what are the most important news? Inflation, GDP, and interest rate decisions. So basically that's everything that we have to deal with, like here. The Royal Bank of Australia had an interest rate decision and a rate statement. That means that you can watch on Bloomberg Live, you can watch for free what those central bankers are saying, and that's very important news. All right. Bobby, I'm back. When the next webinar, so Anup Kumpar, the next webinar will be tomorrow at 12, and we will discuss more economic news, and I'll give you guys trades at that time. Today we spent more time talking about trade strategies and the MetaTrader platform. Tomorrow we will spend more time analyzing the market, and I'll give you guys a few good trades. Excuse me, please. Shock KK, hello sir. Cody from Ghana, hey buddy. I think that I've seen you before. Good to have you with us. What is the best trading time for Nigeria? So the best trading time is 12 GMT, like when this webinar started, all the way to 5 GMT. All right, you guys, perfect. So that's it for today's webinar. It's been a pleasure. If you guys have an opportunity to test the Trade platform, you can go ahead and write down the questions that you may have and ask them to me tomorrow, and I will answer any questions that you guys may have. That's it for today's webinar. We will have, I don't have a forecast. I'm not like, Jasmine, that's a really good question, but this is something that you should stay away from. If you ask any professional hedge fund manager, you ask them what's going to happen on the next non-farm payroll, if they're good, if they're worth their money, they will say the truth. And the truth is, I don't know. Nobody knows what the numbers will be unless you have an insider working that you pay them money for that information, which is against the law in any country. Then you will know. But a real trader does not forecast because, and I'll tell you why, even if the number comes out one way, the market can go another way and you'll lose money anyway. So what you have to do is you have to wait for confirmation. You have to wait for price to trap itself. We basically are trappers. We're waiting for price to make a decision and commit. And when other traders have committed, then we, as little speculators, little fish in a big pond, then we commit with them. So after price bounces off of this line and breaks through the 200 EMA, you bet your gun I'm in that trade. I am shorting because I've been looking for the yen to give me a single signal to the downtime. Here, there's no signal. From here to there was no signal. It was a lot of uncertainty. And because there's uncertainty, price moves a lot. When price moves a lot, it drags in other traders. Unwillingly, other traders have to get in that trade, especially traders that went short here. Traders that went short here, they have stop losses right around this level. So when these 2 days happened, this big candle, I can tell you right away, is stop losses being activated. And when a stop loss closes, it shoots in the other direction because basically that's a buy position. Whenever a sell position is covered, it's an automatic buy position. So keep that in mind, you guys. I hope that helps you with your trading. I wish you guys good luck trading out there. Come with questions tomorrow. Bring your friends. Make sure to leave a like at the video and subscribe to our channel. It's been a blast to be with you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. My name is Yaroslav Birchenko. Peace!